And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and it is time to talk about the market in NBA 2K22, my team. Now, we had some new cards come out today, nothing crazy. We had some, best of my team packs come out today. VC only super packs, not really too surprising here, but don't worry. You may scroll all the way to the bottom and think, man, that's crazy. There's nothing but like opals and pink diamonds are above. Do not worry. There is more pink diamonds than these four in these packs. Absolutely. You know what? Just for funsies, let's rip a couple open just to see. I'm not going to do a whole pack opening on these because it doesn't seem incredibly necessary. But right off the bat, we got a pink diamond that was not advertised. So that should tell you everything that you need to know. Right? It's not exactly the most surprising thing in the world that maybe there would be pink diamonds that they wouldn't show. Ooh, there's a dark matter. I bet it's Tari Eason. Right? Let's just say it's Tari Eason. I'm just going to guess. It's not. Okay, well, that's actually kind of surprising. It is... I don't know who this is. It is Jalen Green. Once again, could not be, like... Not a worse card, because Jalen Green is very good, and I'm a big Jalen Green guy, personally, but, like, could not be a, like, less desirable card from, like, my pack pulls. It's unfortunate. I would advise just ignoring these packs. I know the allure of getting Vince Carter is going to be a lot, but I would just ignore them for the most part. I mean, majority of the time you're going to get like pink diamonds and stuff out of these. So I'm going to open one more after this, and then we'll go ahead and, cut that one out. I think this is Big Ben Wallace out here. I don't think I have power within Ben Wallace, so that'd be cool. Okay, fine. There we go. So be it. I didn't have that card. Doesn't really matter. Shout out to Thomas Bryant, dude, for sure. One more pack. We'll go ahead and stop this. Like I wanted to show, it's not really worth it to open these packs. I would say, as you can see on the screen, 3 out of 4 packs was a pink diamond, and I feel like that is going to be the vast majority of the pack pulls. Like, I'm not going to open all my VC worth of packs, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be kind of what you're going to expect here. The pack odds are pretty bad, and I got a holographic Thanasis, so that's cool, and I got a coach pack. I can't wait to get Steve Kerr again for the 57th time. Yeah, not really worth it. I mean, none of these packs are really worth opening up, but we did get the endgame Lamelo Ball and Carmelo packs yesterday. I did a pack opening on that. You should definitely go check it out if you want. It didn't go great, but there's a lot of cards in here, so let's kind of... look into the cards that came out here. So we'll start with the Lamelos. I feel like that's an appropriate way to start. We got a iced out Lamelo, and the thing I'll say about iced out Lamelo is he is probably the best, or at least overall the best. I shouldn't say he's the best for a particular playstyle or for a particular gen, but I would say if we look at everything, multiple playstyles, like both gens, all encompassing, I think LaMelo is the most well-rounded and best point guard that you can buy for 100K. The reason I say that is because he moves like he's 6'4". Like LaMelo's really good movement-wise. He's fast. He has a good player build for movement. He's got enough size that he can guard, some of the bigger point guards, but he's got enough speed and agility that he can guard some of the smaller guys as well. LaMelo is nasty. This is basically, as far as majority of things, it's about the same as the endgame LaMelo or the Invincible LaMelo, right? When it comes to the Invincible card, there's obviously less badges or less Hoth badges in general, but for the most part, nothing else is really that different. This LaMelo you can get for around 30K, and I would say he is one of the best, if not the best point guard for that price point. I stand firm on that. I really do. I really enjoy LaMelo. I think he's phenomenal. Then we got Bracket Buster Carmelo. And the one thing I will say about Bracket Buster Carmelo is he's like 20K. And if you're playing on next gen, I don't know if you can do much better at the shooting guard. I mean, he plays just fine on current gen at the shooting guard. The thing I will say is if you plan on playing in the small forward, he can't shoot corner threes, which is detrimental. And I just feel like on current gen, there's better 2 guards. But if you're a big Melo fan, I mean, for under 30K, this LaMelo, he's solid. I keep saying LaMelo. It's just like, it's very difficult when there's LaMelo and Carmelo in the packs. I'm going to trip up and say the opposite name. But Carmelo is phenomenal. I mean, he's super well-rounded. He can't shoot from the corners, yeah, but at the same time, he can stroke. And if he's your primary ball handler, I mean, he's going to be good. And for that price point, I mean, I just don't know if there's too much better that you can really do, honestly. Like, I think he's great. Like, it's shocking because I typically don't have this good of things to say about Carmelo in 2K. They typically do him a little bit dirty, but I feel like they did a very good job with this Carmelo. I really do. Now, where's other Carmelo? Yeah. This Melo's good too. I mean, he obviously plays shooting guard. He's a little bit better than the Bracket Buster one, with 5 additional Hoff badges. So, he's probably the one I would recommend grabbing if you're going to grab either of those. It's just something about the Carmelo for the Bracket Busters. I just like the card art a little bit better, but this one's objectively better and they play the same position, so it doesn't really matter. But, I don't know, man. It's tough to say. Then we move over to Gamma Lamelo, and I mean Gamma Lamelo is fine, but I would just grab Cryogenesis Lamelo. He's like around the same price and slightly better. You know what? This is going to be a surprising one, but out of position Lamelo is phenomenal. I mean, he's 6'8", I believe. Yeah. 180, so he's skinny, but I mean, yes, he is small, but he plays really, really good, and you could actually get away with running him at the power forward position. Like, you can. I think it's still a better idea just to grab the Cryogenesis one and run him at his natural position of point guard, but, if you want to break the mold a little bit, sure, by all means. Looking at the My Team Anniversary guys, I mean, it's not really worth picking these guys up unless you're locking in for the set, and in that case, you can get them for dirt cheap. Like, LaMelo's like 10K. You can realistically thank Troyden for this. My man opened 500 packs and pulled not one endgame. So that should, if you ever are thinking to yourself, man, I'm going to open packs and try to get an endgame, just watch that pack opening video because my man didn't get anything. Carmelo's the same thing. If you're locking in for the set, go for it. If not, stay away. Looking at the Invincible cards, Invincible LaMelo is actually a lot cheaper than you would expect, and I actually really like his jump shot. On current gen, I think jump shot 81 is actually phenomenal. I mean, Ben Wallace has this jump shot, and nobody ever complains about Ben Wallace when he had that jump shot. It's weird because people will sit here and tell you that it's not good on LaMelo. It doesn't make any sense. He's elite movement-wise. I mean, everything I said about Cryogenesis LaMelo goes triple for Invincible LaMelo, obviously. When is my boy Kevin Garnett going to be a buyout? It's going to be soon. I need a Timberwolves big man so bad, dude. I really do. Robert Horry and Garnett are going to be the first 2 buyout Invincibles for sure. It's just a matter of when that occurs. I'm shocked it didn't happen today based on the super packs. I know people are pulling those super packs for sure. So it's something to look at. Young Melo. I mean, this Melo is going to be less worth it. I would say the other one is a little bit better, the other Invincible LaMelo, because he plays shooting guard and point guard, and I think he actually plays really good at both of those positions. And for some reason, he seems to be cheaper. Not entirely sure why. Maybe it's because no one wants to rep the New York Knicks. Maybe that has something to do with it, but he's a really good point guard. He's incredibly slept on. I haven't seen anybody really hype this card at the point guard or shooting guard position, and I think like he's right there. Like, he's really, really good. And Carmelo base is phenomenal. I personally love that jump shot. I really do, especially on next gen. It's just like the issue is that he can't shoot from the corners. That's the issue. I cannot wait until we get the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen cards. I cannot wait. I know it's coming, but it's just a matter of when, because I'm copping this Scottie Pippen for dirt cheap at that point. I really am. Like, I'm going to be stoked. Now, we got some new cards today as well, which are in the super packs, but then coincidentally, they're also in random game modes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is in the Vault, which I thought they were all going to be available, and it looks like they're mode specific. So Shai is going to be the Vault. Looking at Clutch Time, who is in Clutch Time? I feel like Clutch Time is Michael Ray Richardson, which, like, I don't think anyone really cares about Michael Ray Richardson. Triple Threat Online has Chris Middleton and Vince Carter. Vince Carter might be on Clutch Time too. I haven't played any games, so I haven't had a chance to really check it out. But Vinsanity is good. I mean, the Invincible cards that we're getting at this stage are 99 everything, except for like 2 stats, so like doesn't matter. You know what I mean? The endgame cards, the only difference between the endgame and the Invincible cards are if you like a specific jump shot. The dribble moves might be a little bit different as well, depending. Like, you might see like a lot more Trae Young escape instead of like Kobe, which, like, whatever. That's really the only difference. And I mean, yeah, he's fine. Vince Carter's good. Like, Vince has been good all year, obviously. Let's look at the rest of them. We'll start with Chris Middleton. Middleton is dirt cheap, dude. I'm not even going to grind for Middleton. I'm literally just going to go pick him up. And Middleton is really good. 6'7", 6'10", wingspan. Like, The jump shot 56, I've seen people say it's terrible. I personally think it's actually really solid. Like, it's not the most meta jump shot in the world, but it's not terrible as well. Chris Middleton, he can defend, he can create his own shot. Dribble moves are basically maxed out. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point. He's essentially an invincible Chris Middleton. He's got some issues like an 86 ball handle, which is really fine at this point. 85 driving dunk. For this price, like, if you want to run Chris Middleton, by all means go run him for this price. Like, it's like 20K. Like, he's probably going to be even lower because people are going to grind the absolute out of these and farm them like nobody's business. Then we got Michael Ray Richardson. He's going to be more expensive based solely on the fact that he's coming from the vault spin, which not a lot of people are going to get because the vault spins are horrendous. I haven't gotten anything all year. Crazy. Richardson's cool though. I mean, he's 6'5", 189. Like, there's nothing bad about this card. There's also not anything incredibly exciting about this card either. Like, jump shot 12, he's got the Draymond Green, Anthony Simons release, which I actually think suits him, honestly. Like, it's good. Dribble moves are maxed out. Like, badges, yeah, could use some work. He's a lights out defender. He's lacking some shooting badges, but he's overall fun. If you're looking to kind of shake it up and use like a random point guard, he's not bad. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who, you know, is going to be probably more expensive based on it being Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a little bit more of a hot card, you know, but 6'6", like, he's a good, decent sized point guard. The thing I will say about Shai is it's really hard to suggest running Shai when LaMelo exists for cheaper. Jump shot 91 is good though. Same releases like Devin Vassell. It is a little bit on the slow side though. That's my own opinion. You can argue against it. He's got the normal step back that people really, really like. It's what all the end game cards have. So he's like an affordable option, you know, that has that meta step back for next gen. Other guys that would have that step back would be like, that can actually dribble. Jonathan Isaac. That's about it. So, I mean, he is an elite company with that step back for sure. Combo that with the dribble moves he does have, which, like, Kevin Durant escape is not something you see on cards very often at this point, but, like, Pete Maravich has it. Point guard Shaq has it. It's not bad. Jaden Ivey has it. So, I mean, if you want to grab Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, by all means, dude. I can't say it's a bad idea. If you want to run LaMelo on the bench or in the starting lineup and then Shai in the bench, fine. So be it. And then we got Vinsanity. I'm actually curious how much Vinsanity is going to go for, because you can get him in two different ways at the moment, which is you can get him from the super packs and you can also get him from playing Triple Threat Online. How often he drops is a whole different story. I can't imagine it's incredibly often, to be honest. You're probably going to get a lot of Chris Middletons, which is why he's probably so cheap. But, I mean, Vinsanity's Vinsanity. He moves. I've talked about him enough already. I don't really need to talk about him any further. Now, there's some other things that you can do. Michael Jordan, he had a challenge that was yesterday. And, I mean, obviously it's still ongoing. But if you have any of the older Jordan cards, you can make a decent amount of MT off of them. Like, specifically ones that can shoot threes. And he only has to score 23 points in a game. But I tried to do it with the free agent one from the beginning of the year on just pro difficulty, and the CPU clamped me so incredibly hard, dude. Getting to the rim with that dusty Michael Jordan free agent card was honestly horrendous. So a lot of these are going to be expensive. I mean, you can get 15K for this card, and it was 3K, you know, not long ago. NBA 75 version, I would assume, is similar. Unfortunately, I sold all mine for whatever reason. I don't know why I did that. Even looking at like the My Team base set one, the base set one was stupidly expensive. Like yesterday, 18,000 MT, 16,000, 15,000, 14,000 for a base set Michael Jordan. But I mean, realistically, there's not very many Jordans in the game, so you don't have a whole lot of options if you're trying to do this challenge, which everyone wants Jokic, and people are already starting to get Jokic. So, you know, the allure is there. My recommendation specifically is, if you have the dynamic duo, it's probably best that you use it. Still not really ideal, but it makes them just a wee bit better. So, you know, maybe try it out. It's not a horrible idea. Definitely do not sleep on doing these like endgame challenges. They're ridiculously easy, and you get a free pack out of them. Like, it's probably not a great pack, I'll be honest, but it's a free pack nonetheless. The pickup challenges is a dynamic ratings league pack. It's a big Q. So, I mean, do these. You can factor in some challenges if you want, or you can just bang through it with whoever your best card is. Like, it doesn't really matter. And, it's going to be relatively easy. So, as far as what we're going to see from 2K, I mean, I expected to see packs today. I did not expect to see promo packs, or like promo packs, super packs. Honestly, I shouldn't be surprised. 2K is going to, so you would think that with the 10-year anniversary of my team upon us, that 2K was going to reward the player base for 10 years of, sticking firm with them. Like, hey, if I'm 2K, I'm going to reward the player base a bit, Oh, thank you for supporting us and giving us literal billions of dollars over the past 10 years. I'm going to reward you guys a little bit this year. Now, I don't believe 2K is going to do that. I think for the rest of, this season and the rest of this game's lifespan, we're not going to see like basically any rewards. I don't think. You would think 2K would at least drop a locker code or two to celebrate, and you would be completely wrong. So that's fun. We didn't even get a locker code for the packs yesterday or for the packs today. They typically do a locker code for both of those things, and we got big fat goose egg, absolutely none. So that's a lot of fun. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Tomorrow, I don't know what they're going to do. I thought we might get some packs tomorrow. I thought we might get multiple promos a week, which is what they did last year. Because 2K's big nasty habit was to do like multiple packs last year, but I guess not. We'll see though. I mean, maybe they'll tease something tonight. I don't know. As far as other ways to make MT, honestly, the market's kind of crashed out. With every single day we're getting cards that are dirt cheap, that are phenomenal. And I mean, that went back to last season where we were getting reward cards, and then like the Swish set had cards that were blowing power balancing out the water for like 20,000 MT. So there's not a whole lot of cards that can make you a lot of MT at the moment, especially with 2K putting all the old cards and all the endgame packs that people are feverishly opening up. So not a whole lot of MT making strategies at this time. I mean, yes, you could snipe. I think an excellent strategy if you're on the same console as Troy Dan. Maybe just start sniping when he goes live for a pack opening, because my man was discarding all types of cards at that point. Probably a good strategy. I'm sure most people do that, especially any of your, average snipe channels will probably be feverishly reloading the filters upon a Troy Dan pack opening. But it is what it is. Have a good night, you guys. Don't take this game too serious. Just relax, have fun. If you want to go play something else, do that. Peace.